A very good afternoon to all my dear students. I, Professor Shaurya Shah, welcome all of you to the lecture of Entrepreneurship Development SYBBA Semester 3 once again. I hope you all are well and good at your place, students. Fine. So before starting with today's lecture, students, majority of your classmates appeared for the quiz for Entrepreneurship Development Chapter 1. That is a very good thing, right? You all must be having your scores also, so you come to know on the basis of preparations how the questions will be asked, right? And what was your score according to the general questions which I had asked, right? Majority of the people have scored around about more than 22 or 24, I suppose. Some of them have also scored 30. Fine. So again, good thing that you made the efforts. Those who have not attempted it, again, you are far more better than those people, right? So again, those who have not attempted, I urge you to again try for the next time, so that after learning the things you can know your knowledge, how much you have actually learned. Fine. Okay, students. So in the last lecture, we completed the social entrepreneurship part, the role of a social entrepreneur in detail, and we also saw one video so that you understand the concept clearly, right, students? So today we'll be starting with the next part of the chapter, right? So in your syllabus, particularly of this chapter, we have completed introduction to social entrepreneurship, characteristics and role of social entrepreneurs that we saw in the last lecture. Fine. So today we'll be continuing with the next topic, that is innovation and entrepreneurship in context of your social thing, right? So what is your innovation, what is social innovation, that we'll be seeing in detail today, right, students? So before starting with the social entrepreneurship concept in again context, we can say social innovation, following are the challenges which are there particularly in your 21st century, right? As you all know, what is your social entrepreneurship or social entrepreneur? A person who identifies the social challenges and find out the new innovative ideas in order to solve those problems, right? We have seen these things. So in order to solve all this problem, right, what are the problems of 21st century, students? It is either related to health, education, care, climate change, growing inequality, right? Again, inequality can be economic inequality, gender inequality, social or family breakdowns, major crime are happening, then you have aging problems, then economic change approach, geographical changes, right? So on and so far, all these problems which are actually having, right? So for all these problems, you have certain social entrepreneurs which are developing social enterprises which are working in order to create some of the innovative solutions so that these problems can be minimized, right? Completely it cannot be eradicated, but it can be minimized. Fine. So we'll be beginning with the today's topic, right? As we all know, students, social entrepreneurs are the engines of the innovation. Definitely the term entrepreneur itself says doing something new, doing something innovative, right, and creative. So social entrepreneurs are the engines of innovation. Social innovations, right? What do you mean by social innovations? The meaning for that, later on we'll see the definition also. What is the meaning? Social innovations are the new strategies, right? They are the new strategies, concepts, ideas and organizations. It can be either, student, strategies, four things you need to remember. It can be either new strategies, it can be either new concepts, or definitely a different concept which you are adopting, then new ideas, and either it can be organizations also, right, that meet the social needs of different elements which can be formed from the working conditions and education to the community development and health, right? Mainly everything related to your particular entrepreneur is related to your basically society only, right? So whatever you are doing as a social entrepreneur, it is related to solving the problems of the particular we can say the society, right? Now what is social innovation and enterprise, right? It is basically a tool for your social change, right? So social innovation is one of the process, or one of the, we can say, the activity which is done by your social entrepreneur for the betterment of the society, right? We'll see it in detail, students. Social entrepreneurship also helps to acquire the knowledge, skills and mindset necessary to introduce a new social entrepreneurship venture, right? Again, social entrepreneurship helps to acquire such knowledge, such skills and the kind of mindset which are very much essential and vital again to introduce the new social entrepreneurship venture, right? We have already studied how to again start a social entrepreneurship or social enterprise. Again, it focuses on the unique entrepreneurial processes associated with the creations or discovery of a positive social change, right? Whatever we are doing, right, from the very beginning till end, everything is related for a positive social change, right? The problems which we have seen, so every kind of positive change which is there in order to improve the health, either in order to improve the education, again in order to make the climate change positive, so all those changes which are positively done, it focuses on that part. Fine. So this is the base of your social entrepreneurship, students. I hope you all must be very much clear with that part. So again, we are going to study the topic of your social innovation in context of your particular social entrepreneurship. To begin with, the social innovation, right, a quote by our honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, right, he quoted that startups are more than commercial success stories, right? Again, he is a visionary person having such kind of vision for developing startup and innovations, particularly in India. So startups are more than commercial stories, they are powerful examples of social innovation, right? So again, the startups which you are having, what is startup basically, right? Any entrepreneur or any budding entrepreneur or any youngster or any person who starts his own enterprises with a unique idea, right? Same idea is termed as a business, but with a unique idea makes an entrepreneur different from a particular businessman, we can say, right? So they are the powerful example of social innovation. Why? Because any social enterprise or any startup is made up at the base of any problem which is faced by the society, right? Okay, next is your what is social innovation, students, right? The actual meaning for that, what do you mean by that? It is the new strategies, concepts, ideas and organizations that meet social needs, that extend and strengthen civil society, as we saw in the previous slides. What is it? It is basically four things. One, it is new strategies. Second, the concepts of it. Third is the ideas, and the fourth is your organization. It can be any of the four that meet the social needs. Everywhere the word social is there, right? Anything what you are doing in order to again increase the quality of the society, or we can say improve the lifestyle of the society and strengthen the civil society, is known as social innovation. It can occur within the government also, right? It is not limited to a particular strata of business, right? It can be in any field either. It is, we can say, it is pervasive, right? So occurs within the government also. Any social entrepreneurship, any social innovation, change in the lifestyle, change in the working of the government. It can be also for profit sector, definitely. It can also work in private sectors also, and it can be again for a non-profit sector also, right? So social innovation can be in any field. It can be also for NGOs, it can be also for any companies, it can be also for any corporations. So for all that, it is there. Again, recognizing the interconnectedness of various factors, right? Which factors, students? Factors like changing belief of the society, right? Continuously, as you can see, there is a transition in the thoughts of the society. Years back, the society had a different mindset, and today the society is having a different mindset, right? Basic practices, resources and social power structures, right? So what is it? It recognizes the interconnectedness between all the basic factors of the society, and then they try to innovate and try to make something new out of it, right? So that is basically your social innovation. Hope it's clear to each and everyone. Moving on, some theoretical considerations, students. What is innovation basically? Innovation is something new, that is invention, right? I hope you all are clear with the three terms, that is invention, innovation, right? What is invention? Invention is whatever you are doing, you are creating something new for the very first time, right? Again, electricity was invented. Again, we can say aircrafts were invented, right? So doing something new for the first time which is not in existence is known as invention. Innovation means whatever is existing there, you are doing something new, improvement in that, right? Something new. So that is known as, again, we can say innovation. I hope it is clear. And discovery, right? What do you mean by discovery, students? Discovery means whatever is existing there, you are finding it out, right? So again, that is known as discovery. So three terms: innovation, invention and discovery. So what is innovation particularly? Innovation is invention plus execution, right? You are inventing something new plus you are executing that thing. That is known as innovation. And effective innovation means validity plus reliability, right? Whatever you are doing up till for a longer period of time, it should be valid, and again it should be reliable, right? So that it is beneficial to the society, it is beneficial to various stakeholders, and they can adopt it for a longer period of time, right? So these are some of the theoretical considerations to be known for the concept of your social innovation. Now, what is the difference between social innovation versus business innovation, students, right? In the last unit, we had studied simple innovation. What do you mean by that? Fine. So here, social innovation, the very first motivation in that is your improving the society, right? So what is the purpose behind that? Improving the society is your social innovation. Here, the main purpose of business innovation is profit maximization, right? So in order to maximize the profit, you are having business innovation. Resources, here what resources you are having? Either political recognition, you can get political recognition if you are doing something good for the society. Voluntary labor you can get, and the charities, right? Here's the resources are mainly the firm's funds, right? Whatever financial resources or the funds you are having, that is the main resource for business innovation, right? I hope it is clear. Motivation and resources. Growth pattern, what is the growth pattern of your social innovation? It is slow and resilient, right? So again, definitely in order to bring any change in the society, you take a longer period of time compared to other innovations, right? So it is slow and resilient. Here it is quick and risky. Every day new innovation takes place in business, right? Again the technology changes, again the needs changes, again the preferences changes, so products also changes accordingly, right? So it is quick and risky. It may or may not work, right? Judging the success, how you judge the success in a social innovation? Improved lives. If there is a change in the society, you can definitely know from the lifestyle of the people, you can definitely know from the standard of living of the people, what is the quality of life. That is the, again we can say, the parameter for the success of the business, right? Here the revenue, if your revenue or the profit increases, then your business motivation innovation is successful. I hope it is clear. So four main basic difference, that is motivation, resources, growth pattern, and judging the success between social innovation versus business innovation. Hope it's clear to each and everyone. Next, students, just a brief idea of what social innovation and how it developed, right? Again, if you can see from the diagram very clearly, right, we are entering into a new era of social innovation, right? It started basically after your 2000, that is 21st century, right? In early 1970s, technology innovation took place. It can be seen from your mainframe computers, then mini computers, then again personal computer, then network PCs, internet came, e-retail came, right? So right from the 1970s, technology innovation took place up till 1980. Then took place the marketing innovation with the development of your internet, right? E-retail, that is your e-commerce business developed, and so on and so forth. After that, after your 2000s and 2010, social innovation started to take place, right? So again, if you say today, social innovation is one of the most important parameter which every company is taking into account, right? I hope it is clear. Fine. Okay. Next is role of innovation in your solving societal problems, right? What is the role which innovation plays in solving the societal problems? Fine. First, desire to make the things better than they are, that is improve, right? Definitely. What is the main aim behind social innovation? We can say whatever the things are there, you have a strong desire, you have a strong feeling to make those things better, right? So that is known as your social innovation. So first role is to make the things better. Next is in order to improve, the one who has to innovate. Definitely, in order to improve, you have to innovate. The innovation begins with how one thinks about a problem, right? Two important things, students, right? How you can find out a opportunity or how you can find out a solution for that, right? Problems are faced by everyone, right? You also in everyday life are facing some of the problems when you are even studying, when you are even doing business, when you are doing something new, right? So you are facing the problem. What is the problem? That is the first question you need to ask. And second, how that problem should be solved. That is the second thing from where your innovation begins, right? Take a very good example of your recent current situation. Due to pandemic, your schools and colleges are shut down, right? So what was the problem? That students will not be able to study physically by attending the classes, right? So what innovation took place? Digital platform, right? Digital learning started in the economy, in the education sector, right? So everything is now digital. So again innovation took place, new and new softwares came. You have your Zoom application, you have your Google Meet, you have your Geo Meet. So all those platforms, again lectures are on YouTube. So all those platforms we started with the help of innovation in the again education sector. Whatever was going on, we converted into digital platform and we started to solve that problem, right? So what is the problem and how that problem can be solved? That is an important thing. Too often people focus exclusively on the lack of resources rather than looking at their problems in a new ways, right? Definitely. You have a certain problem. Take a very common life example of a layman, right? There is a vast difference between a layman and an entrepreneur's mindset. We as a layman, we take every day as a problem. We are seeing the problem because we are not having resources to solve that problem. That is a very simple situation, right? What you are doing, what an entrepreneur is doing, right? He is looking the problem from a different perspective. He is comparing that problem with the actual available resources and he is reconnecting both of them, right? So again, whatever available resources are there, he is thinking the problem in a different way, and then again he is utilizing the available resources and then he is solving the problem, right? So that is the mindset of the entrepreneur. That is why innovation takes place, right? If I am having a certain problem, what other way I am having, what other different way from which I can take so that I reach my goal or I just try to solve my problem, right? Suppose take a very common example. You are going to a certain destination, right? There is a blockage of road, or there is again we can say traffic jam in between. So what you will do immediately, because you want to reach your destination, that is for sure, what you will do is immediately your mind will start thinking to take a alternative route or to take another route or take another medium by which you can reach your destination, right? Same is the situation with the entrepreneurs. I hope it is clear. So that is the role which innovation plays in solving the societal problems, right? So same one or the another way your social problems are again we can say solved. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Fine. Again, now students will be looking to some of the examples, right, related to your social entrepreneurship. Very common examples, right? Two examples I am having, that is two images particularly related to your social entrepreneurship. The one, this is again one of the helmets which are manufactured by a company called Adventure Corporation in south of India, right? What they have prepared is, in order to prepare the machine, right, as you can see, it is known as your cotton picker, right? In a farm of your cotton, basically they manually used to pick up the cotton, right? So what this people did was they again started to do the innovation. They prepared one of the devices which worked on the solar panel, right? So solar mounted helmet was created. What you need to do is you need to just wear the helmet, the solar panel will again charge, right? And this machine will work on the basis of the energy which is stored by this particular solar panel, right? So on the basis of that, due to lack of electricity, people started creating this thing. So in order, they are also benefiting the agriculture industry, they are also improving the society with the help of such products. Fine. Next, again the second type of it, right? Again this was one of the thing which is created, cotton picker, and again home power system is created, so you can just carry the solar panels with you and again you can work in the farm basically, right? So this is again one of the reference image from foreign country from which they took the inspiration and then they prepared this thing, right? So this is one of the social entrepreneurship example. Many other examples you can also find it on your internet. Fine. Again, one of the company is your PNG, that is Procter and Gamble, right? So this company is also manufacturing FMCG products, but along with that, right, they are also doing social innovation. Particularly every product you purchase, from that certain money they are providing in the schools basically. The same is with the product product called Classmates, right? So again, Classmates is into the stationery industry, a very own subsidiary of your ITC, that is Indian Tobacco Corporation Company, right? Indian Tobacco Company. So they are also into the doing social innovation. They are continuously improving the life of the people, right, with the help of improving the society. I hope it is clear, right? Hitachi is one of the good example you can have. Hitachi is also involved in social innovation doing. If you visit the website of Hitachi, right, you can find it the n number of activities. I'll show you in the next lecture also, right? I hope it is clear, students, right? So what we saw today in the lecture, a brief idea of that, right? First of all, we saw again the challenges which are there in 21st century, right? In order to find out these challenges and again to solve these challenges, various kinds of innovations are done, right? Again, we saw social entrepreneurs are the engines of the innovation. Again, they are the, we can say, the tool for the social change. Fine. The meaning behind that, in the meaning of social innovation, four main things you need to remember. The first is your strategies. New strategies are to be created. The second is your concepts and ideas. Third is your organizations, right? So again, new strategies, concepts, ideas and organization that meet the social needs of different elements is known as social innovation. I hope it is clear, right? We saw the quote, then the meaning behind it. I hope it is clear to each and every student, right? Fine. Then we saw the difference between social innovation and business innovation. The entering the era of your social innovation which started after 2010. The role which social innovation plays in solving the societal problem. And then we saw the example. I hope it is clear to all students. Fine. Now in the next lecture, students, will be starting with the next part of your chapter, that is again startup and early stage venture issues in creating and sustaining a non-profit organization, right? And the financing and risk will be continuing, right? So again, you can prepare the notes during the lectures also. I'll prepare the notes and you have to again read it and then solve the quiz for the same, right? I suppose it is clear to each and everyone. Fine. So in the next lecture, we'll be starting with the next topic, students. Have a great day ahead. This is all for today's lecture. This is Professor Shaurya Shah taking your leave. Thank you very much for your attention. See you in the next lecture, students. Have a great day ahead.